Kroger 250.
See, Hornaday tried to make a run on Johnny Benson, but the lap truck there on the inside prevented him from doing so, but he's not going to prevent it now. He's under him off too.
Caution back out early. It's the 6 of Colin Brown, not looking good right now.
That's a tire
completely underneath the front tire.
Oh, wow.
He's going to get into the inside wall. I wonder if he...
I think maybe
locked the brakes up, maybe?
He might have let off and tried to get on the inside of the 5 because of chain reaction, like you said, Phil, and he turned the wheel too hard. Wow, that thing hit hard.
Boy, it really did. And it almost hit the 5 of Mike Skinner. See if we can take a look from Todd Bodine's onboard. The wheeling onboard.
Yeah, he was going to hit. You know, it's a chain reaction, like you said. He was going to run into the back of the 5, tried to avoid the 5, and hit the darn wall.
Future reference, they're not talking about pitting, but certainly he is losing some grip as the run continues.
Well, then he's got a chance right here to take care of that.
Norm Benning gets turned around in the 57 right at the start-finish line, bringing out our 8th caution of the day.
Norm now, just take a look at the replay. What happened to Norm? There he is coming off turn number 4 sideways, makes contact with the inside wall. Ron Hornaday has made his way up to the 13th spot. Remember, he was among the last group of trucks to pit on lap number 129.
He's just hoping some of those guys up ahead of him might come to pit road and get a couple of free spots right here. It looks like Stacy Compton in front of him is coming to pit road, but that's the extent of it.
Battling it up front. Adam, what are they saying about that 2 and fuel mileage?
They feel very good about it. I just went over and talked to crew chief Ernie Cope, said, are you good to go the distance? Have you got enough caution flags? And as we talk about Harvick, we have a spin with one of his young drivers on track.
Ricky Carmichael, there was also another truck involved in this. There was 2 trucks spinning along the backstretch.
There's the 84 of Chris Fontaine on the outside. Ricky comes off turn 2. They make a little bit of contact, and then they get hung together. And Chris goes around, then Ricky goes around, gets into the outside wall.
Looked like Ricky had the same thing that sort of happened to Todd Bodine. He couldn't get his steering caught up. He got into the side of the 84 by certainly wasn't intended, but the truck just got to swarping back and forth, and he couldn't quite catch up with it.
Swarping?
Harry Gant.
Yep. That's what I thought.
I thought you were going to science it out for us once again.
See, Hermie Sadler right there does a nice job avoiding the 4 that made a little bit of contact. TNT on board Hermie's truck.
I don't care how much short track racing you've done to warm up for this place. You can't simulate Martinsville. There's no place like it on the circuit, and Ricky's had a tough day.
This is the ride that Ricky Carmichael just went on to bring out our 10th caution of the day. Sponsored by Sprint, NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. It'll change the way you experience the race. 11th caution of the day has come out. You see the damage to the 23. It wasn't only Jason White involved in this one. Let's take a look.
Todd Bodine gets on the inside of Max Pappas, and Max is okay with that. But his spotter must have said clear behind Todd, and Jason said no, it's not.
And it might have been for a split second, but that's how quickly things happen here at Martinsville. Jason came along to try to take that spot, use that hole that Todd opened up, and unfortunately Max had already come back down to the bottom of the racetrack, and there's the contact, and James Buescher right behind Jason White, absolutely nowhere to go, gets in the back of Jason. Worked out okay for Max.
Max is still going. Jason's got some severe damage to that truck of his, the gunbroker.com Dodge. See, leaving the pit road there.
The battle has begun. Harvick looks to the inside early. Kyle Busch holding him off through 1 and 2.
Crash into 1. Big crash for TJ Bell.
Problems for the 11. Look at the damage to the back and front of that truck.
Toyota. Here's Todd. Go up through the gears, gets down to the inside, and just TJ was kind of moving his way over there, and Todd made contact just about before it was even time to get on the brakes.
That was a big crash here at Martinsville. You don't tear one up much worse than that here.
Slammed into the inside wall and then kicked it back out to the outside wall, and you see frustration. There's TJ Bell climbs out of his Red Horse Racing number 11.
That's the second truck we've seen make contact with the inside wall. Remember Colin Brown?
Skinner in trouble.
Problems on the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4. We stay green, and now the caution comes out. That will mean Kevin Harvick will win at Martinsville.
See what happens here late in the going. Looks like the 16 of Brian Scott gets into the back of Terry Cook, and he gets into Todd Bodine, and it ends a really what looked to be a promising day for Todd.
Yeah. Frustrating, though. Obviously, they were working very hard at keeping sponsors on this truck and keeping them going. Whelan jumped on board for this race.
And Terry Cook had a great run going as well.
Awesome job, Ernie.